Welcome to part 4. Hello, hello. So the current royal families, we don't have any information on that. I'm going to keep it that way. So this is going to be a note. To note is that currently no records of an individual king or overall ruler has been found, while it is noted that imagery through art has been found describing what the king describing what the king title would be and represent. No recorded names to date have been found, which is a fancy way of saying I don't feel like writing that. Heading 5. Alright. Okay, I'm just checking, make sure everything else is done. All looks good. Now I think it's just doing the founding. Yeah, okay. So let's get down here. Unknown as to when the Langlebig race was first created. However, it is believed to be in the First Age. This ancient race was noted for conquering dragon nests to take over for clans, fighting with the many giant races over territories and minerals, or even the lesser races. Unknown as to when the Langlebig race was created, however, I think we should start with it is, and go start with that. It is unknown as to when the Langlebig race was first created. However, it is believed to be in the First Age. This ancient race was noted for conquering dragon nests to take over for their clans, fighting with giant races over territories and minerals, or even lesser races, and even managing to crack the understanding of the rare mineral Oventium and its uses. We find ourselves in the beginning of the First Age, when dragons, giants, and the gods themselves walked the world as commoners in arms. During this time period, it is noted that the Underdark was swarming with beasts of great powers and unique abilities. And from this Underdark, the first Langlebig would be created after killing the last of the known. Give me a minute to find the name. Alright, the last of the I guess Mammoth Stozon. No, there we go. Alright. And from this, the Underdark, the first were created after killing the last of the known. Okay. They would be noted to first emerge from the mountains in the Isle of Man. However, you would be easily to forget that the Langlebig are actually many subspecies of the same species or race as we recognize them today. Similar to the Yuan Ti, and in some cases believed as the ancient ancestor of the race, the Langlebig would be found on all 14, actually, is it 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I think 16. It'd be 16. All 16 continents, including the two, this includes the two poles. The race, race would grow in number quite quickly and develop unique features of the areas, features to support them in difficult or different environments. Thus, for the first few thousand years that the Langlebig existed, they had no idea that independent groups of them existed all across the world. It would not be until the first draconic wars that the race as a whole seemed to suddenly begin attacking another as a unified species. No note of communication has been found between the clans during this time. However, it is remarkably accurate that almost all of the clans began attacking dragon nests upon the same month and year that the other tribes or other clans had as according to our findings. It is to be stated that the Langlebig believe themselves to have come from great beasts of the Underdark, in which they evolved over time as the prime hunting predator, and as the prey evolved, so did the predators of the Langle, as they referred to the non-sentient ancestors. Thus, as they began evolving, the race would develop intelligence and the understanding of pact tactics, and would eventually begin forming small clans. It is to be noted that the sub-dragon species that was known to traverse through the ground rather than air or water was completely led to extinction through hunting and almost taming by the Langlebig. Langlebig. Beyond the Draconic, or the Dragon Wars, in Wars, it is unknown how the race truly began, and if what they believe is the truth, as no known Langlebig has survived from that era, and no information has been recovered to state one way or the other. What we do know is sometime after the splitting of the two worlds, one tribe of Langlebig would stay in Silencia, and two would remain in Crimea. Thus, it has been confirmed that the Langlebig of the Crimea world evolved into the two separate races of... Now here's where the hard part comes. I gotta remember where I put these races. Okay, so KL Doles, the KL Doles, and the other race I'm thinking of, the Ogres, which would be maybe in Orcs? Yeah, and they're just called Ogres. The two separate Ogres. However, for those in the world of Silencia, they would begin in the race creation. You want TR where? I know you fuckers are in here. Where is it? I'm just trying to remember where I put the UNT race. I know. Wait, do I not have them listed? Oh no, I'm just blind. I literally looked at them twice. They would begin in the, however, for those in the world of Silencia, they would begin in the Age of Chaos. Chaos to be hunted by the now established UNT for the, by the UNT. This is said to be due to the lands that the Langlebig would cultivate underground, and how they made perfect hives for the UNT. Thus, the two races evolved together and would eventually lead to the massive UNT known as the Prince. This specific subspecies of UNT are said to have been evolved just to hunt the large Loxodon Langlebig clans underground. Yeah. Okay. So that kind of explains what happened to them and what happened all together. Let's also capitalize that Y. Okay. So that's, yeah, there we go. We've pretty much got it. So that is the entirety of the race done for the Loxodon. So we'll do what we usually do, which is we'll go back to our thing. Go back into races. Jesus, I went too far. Go into shifters and changelings. We can now close this out. And we'll just minimize that, and then we're going to move this to the folder, and it will be officially a section done for us, which is nice to see, to be honest. So thank you all for those who have watched all 4 parts of the Langlebig lore, and we will see you guys next weekend for another lore sheet, hopefully.